Hello citizens, thank you for stopping by my channel. This is Matt with Mad Realm Gaming, and today we're going to be talking about my current trade routes in 3.10. Trading has been a little bit rocky since the start of this patch, but there are still some ways for you to make your credits. We're also sticking to the safer trade routes for this, so rest assured that you should have very little problems running into things like retaliators and eclipses dropping torpedoes into you. If you're a new player, this is a great way to earn your prospector rental and start trying out the mining profession if you want to do that as well. If you do like this video, please remember to click like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you can know when I post my next video. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so for this first run, we're actually going to be using a freelancer just to show that you can still make a good amount of credits even if you're not running something like a caterpillar. So what we're going to do is actually jump straight to Loveridge here on Lyria, and here we're going to be picking up a load of Astatine. So this gas does tend to do pretty good. It has a profit of around 1.7 according to the site I was looking at, galog.co. I'll go ahead and throw that in the description below. The really nice thing about this trip is that I basically haven't encountered anybody while I'm doing this, so this is probably your safest bet. Think of it like a scrap run essentially, for people that are running something like a freelancer. You could even do this with, I guess, a cutlass, a connie, and you would pull some pretty good profits as well. So this run's actually really quick and easy, and one of my favorite things about it is the view. I really enjoy flying into Lyria with this new height map update because it really accentuated a lot of the mountains, and the cool like snowy moon texture is pretty nice. One of the reasons I chose to start this in the ArcCorp area is because jumping out of Area 18 and going back into Area 18 is really easy. In order to turn in your cargo load, all that you actually have to do is land at Area 18, and you can actually backspace to suicide right when you get out of your captain's seat, and that's going to put you back at the apartments. And what's really cool about that is it gives you a chance to basically run straight to the trade division, sell your entire cargo load in once, and when you've done that, you hop straight back onto the train, go to the airport, and then you can leave. The thing I've noticed about Lorville, New Babbage, you can't do that. There's no way for you to just immediately get onto it if you backspace, so you have to run through the whole airport. So far I think it's the fastest turn-in going to Area 18, especially if you're doing all these jumps within the same planetary system. Okay, and we are back at Area 18 in the trade division, and here we go to sell our cargo, and you can see here our total profit is actually sitting just over 9,000. We got 9,021 credits from this. So if you do like 6 of these runs in an hour, because you can do them if you go quick enough, that would give you a 60k hour. Not bad. Now I did want to take a second here to mention scrap. If you're running something like a caterpillar or a carrack, it's worth it to do runs of scrap, because in a caterpillar you're going to be making about 30k per run, and all you have to do is basically go from a major city or any of the Lagrange points like Hurston L1 and bring them to Port Olisar, and that's a pretty easy way to make small amounts that's really reliable. I know a lot of people like to do that run. I'm just not personally a big fan of it. Also do not recommend running scrap if you're using anything smaller than a connie, because without like 100 SCU of cargo space, you're just not really going to pull any money that's going to be worth it. You're better off doing other runs. Alright, and speaking of better runs, that brings us on to the titanium run. So for this, we're going to be jumping from Area 18 once again over to Lyria, and we're going to hit Humboldt Mines instead of Loveridge. Humboldt Mines is actually pretty cool. I really like it because it's parked up on top of this neat little mountain area, which actually brings me to one of my favorite parts of trading, is that you can kind of go explore the world, see what the different trade points have to offer, and sometimes you can find large cargo holds that haven't been touched in a while, and get a good load. So one thing that is a problem here at Humboldt Mines, though, especially if you're flying in with a caterpillar, is there's no landing zone. You can actually see here in the video I had a bit of a problem landing with this. Just make sure that as long as you can jump back onto your caterpillar's elevator, you should have no problems. Yeah, this this one definitely took me a second to get parked. Okay, so once you're done fiddling around, messing with getting parked, the first thing you want to do is immediately run in and, of course, purchase everything. Now, the really nice thing about this run is if you do it a couple times, you can very quickly get up towards, $250,000, $500,000, and really start stacking up, which is good because that sets you up for either just continuously doing safe runs at, 80 to 100k per jump, or you can transition to start doing the bigger run that we're going to mention later in this video. I also did want to take a moment to explain why I'm not really mentioning Laranite or Agricium in this video. I've yet to find anywhere that's actually a reliable place to pick it up. Everywhere I seem to go to, it either has a decent supply, like 40 to 50 SCU, or there will be like 3 to 6. So I'm thinking maybe it's because smaller ships are getting in and purchasing it, because there's still a high demand for things like the Cutlass and the Freelancer, so maybe give those a shot. But I don't really plan on doing those right now, just because I'm waiting for a little more stability for Laranite runs. With that 1.2 million investment, it's a little intense. But we are back here at the panels now. So taking a look at this run, we started out with about 288,000, ended with 360,000. So we're looking at just shy of a 72,000 profit just for that one jump. Okay, so now for the final run of this video. This one's actually going to be running medical supplies to Rayari Daltani Outpost over here on Clio out of Microtech. This one is definitely my favorite run, mainly because of the view. I mean, just when you come in, especially with this recording, I was lucky enough to hit a really good horizon shot after coming out of Quantum. It's just spectacular. They really did a great job with the graphics in this whole planetary system, and I'm really happy about how it all came out, and probably one of the coolest places to do low flying and stuff too. So if you haven't tried that, come check it out. Fly around Microtech. It's really changed a lot since it was first dropped. Medical supplies, though, are a bit of a risk, because if you sink in all of your money like I honestly do in this run, you run the risk of getting 30k'd. A really good idea to avoid some of the bigger problems with like minor server disconnects, if you can, if you want to afford it, or you just have a friend who doesn't mind coming along for the ride, have somebody ride with you as either a co-pilot or a turret gunner. That way, if something happens and you get disconnected, they can hop into the pilot's seat and either stop your ship or land it and wait for you to log back in. That's actually saved me a couple times from losing like a whole load of Laranite. So anytime you can do that when you're doing these really high risk loads, that's definitely going to be a smart path. And then again, I do risk everything on this run just because I really enjoy doing it. Sometimes it's fun for the rush and the risk that you take as you come back down into atmosphere, and you're kind of nervous about if someone's going to try to ram you or shoot you down, or you might mess up trying to land or anything like that. So here we back are at the screens. Looks like for this run we pulled a profit of 122,570. So you make 2 or 3 of those runs, and very quickly you're going to be approaching the 1 million mark. That's really all I have as far as cargo run suggestions right now. These are mainly what I've been doing in order to gather money. If you guys have any other places where you can find Laranite or Agricium, I'd really appreciate if you could mention that in the comments down below. Also wanted to say thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you've made it to this point, I really appreciate you making it to the end. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification if you'd like to receive any notifications the next time I make a video. I am aiming for about 1 to 2 videos per week. So thank you again, and hopefully see you in the verse.